the bottom. Oh, let me drink some, pour some.
Exactly.
Drink some, little for the sauce.
Let's do glaze.
Right, a little for the glaze. So I thought, beers and wines, they only vary in very slight differences. Is the ingredients. Wine is made from grapes, and beer is made from freaking almost everything. Like, technically, right? You can have a beer made, like this one is going to be made from, like, wheats and different grains and barley. They add hops to it for the flavor. Mm-hmm. I think actually the name of the hop, it was the first time I seen the name like that. What the hell is it called? It's a 12-ounce bottle. Yes, I know. Tet Nang hop. And this, it's a Pilsner malt. So the same way you would have like a Heineken, that's like a Pilsner malt. But this is like something totally different. And the taste and that taste and that flavor that you get from it, it's from like the yeast. So that you get this, like, if you smell it, it has character. Even wines, like wines will have character from just the grapes.
Well, because this has
just
its
own
from the
character.
grape. Not at all. It comes from also the container that you're stored in.
Oh, that's true.
Where it's been stored and how long it's been stored. Mm-hmm. So there's always a story to tell when it comes to wine, just like there's a story to tell when it comes to beer. Right?
So I thought this one, because it's a Belgian style, it's stronger. It's almost like a wine in the strength, being 9.5%. I thought this would be a nice something for
a medium
a
to
chef.
Meet. Yeah, to meet. Thank
right.
you. I appreciate the fact that you remember that I'm a chef and not a model.
Yeah, of course. I used to be a firefighter once upon a time, but I'm not that anymore. Now I'm a podcaster, so that's it. Like I don't still say, firefighter. That's done.
No, it's just a lot of people still tells me, "Oh, you should." So, I went to a party maybe 2 weeks ago. My girlfriend, it wasn't a party for me. She was like, "Come with me." We all dressed up. We were completely overdressed. I was just wearing a black dress with straps inside.
Oh, I saw that picture. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
it was a nice picture.
But it was very simple. When we got there, we were completely overdressed.
Oh, really?
I was like, whatever. I don't get to dress up, so this is my chance because I'm always wearing chef jacket, black pants, my Crocs.
Right.
That's my uniform.
And the
That's
hat?
what
Do you
I
wear
use.
the pointy hat?
I do. Not pointy. It's
well, you know what I mean.
I do.
It's
wear
a tall hat.
Exactly.
Right.
It's my crown.
Yes.
So we got there, and everybody was like, "What are you guys representing here?" Because it was an award for people, like businesses who won different awards and stuff like that. It's like, "What you guys here for? What did you guys represent in a modeling agency?" And I was like, no. And my girlfriend's like, they was like, "Oh my God, are you a model?" I was like, no, I'm not a model. My girlfriend's like, "Yes, she was a model." And I was like, "Would you stop doing that? I'm not a model anymore. All I do is, I'm a chef. That's it. I don't like to tell people this is what I used to do. What does it matter what I used to do? What I do now is what matters."
Well, what you used to do is fascinating. And I think that what makes it awesome is because you're still a diamond in the rough, right? If you think about how many people want to do modeling and get paid for it, and you actually have done what, millions of people's dream was. So I know you are like, whatever. But to us, us less prettier people that do radio shows because we wanted the people to see us. I'm kidding.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. But no, you represent something that, or you used to represent something that's like really like very hard to obtain. And you should never forget, that's an amazing thing that you did, because again, you could have said, "Fuck this, it's 7:30. I got here early. These bitches trying to get in front of me. And then like, I'm out. But instead you waited and you did the work, not even intentionally. And then you did more work, and then you traveled, and then it brought you to where you're going to be. So, I mean, it's it was your stepping stone. It's dope. Otherwise you wouldn't have went to school I didn't even know there was a cordon bleu school. What's it?
Just like the chicken?
Like the chicken. I was like, is this like the chicken? The cordon, the stuff, the cordon bleu school of Paris.
Le cordon bleu, l'école de cuisine.
I love to hear you talk French. It's so funny. I met Ingrid's son today, her older son. He was in Paris with her. And she's talking to him in French, and he answers her in English. And then she talks to him in Spanish, and he answers her in English.
Yeah, it's always the battle because I want the little one to learn as well the languages, and the oldest does not help me with that.
That's funny.
So it is funny. But let me go piggyback on what you were saying about the fact that you guys think it's fascinating that I used to model. I think it's fascinating. I loved modeling. And it was an amazing part of my life. So I never want to ever take that. I don't ever take it for granted. It's more the fact that now I'm in a different place. And sometimes I'm embarrassed to say I did that. Not because it was a bad thing.
Right.
It's more like I don't want to seem like I'm showing off.
Did you meet Bobby Brown when you were modeling overseas? Is that what it is? Is that you met Bobby Brown and you're like, look. No,
I met Whitney Houston.
Did you really?
Yes, I went to her concert when she was there.
Joking. I didn't really think you met Whitney. I heard she's an interesting person.
She was great. She was a great entertainer.
Right.
I did Prince. I did as well.
I loved Prince so much.
We hung out together for a little while.
Are you fucking serious?
No. Like we weren't together. Like we went in a club. My friends introduced us. We had a good time. That's it. So I don't want to lie to anybody.
No, but that's a lot. That's more than you hung out with Prince. Yeah, I would have had to put so much money in Prince's swear jar at his studio because he had a swear jar in the studio. He was just. And it was like, I would have put so much money. But I'm kind of, they say never meet your, look, I'm going to just put a 50 in here, Prince, because there's some shit going down. I'm tripping out. Nope, okay, another 50. Because I like the old Prince when you were like, damn, who's that girl coming on stage? Like, oh, no, that's a dude. Oh, shit. Like 1980s Prince. I think he was like 18 or 19 when he did his first show.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He was super duper androgynous, but it was like the music was so dope. I mean, you know what it was? I think there's like, and now I'm fanboying about Prince right now, but Prince's music was like, I remember being like 10 and or so, and we watched Purple Rain with my cousins, and it was like a theme, like that music was like the theme song for like some of my childhood and some of his other music still.
Yeah. Yeah. I also met Carlos Santana.
Ooh, cool.
Went to his concert.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess that's as far as it goes, I think.
So, yeah, that's still awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so then you're out there, you're in Paris.
So I'm in Paris.
Right.
I'm trying to become the next supermodel.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't working out for me. So as I was going out and different events and eating food, I remember the day that I decided I wanted to go to culinary school. I was walking on the Champs-Élysées, so cliche, but I was walking on the Champs-Élysées and there was a fruit stand outside.
It's not cliche if you live in Brooklyn. I was walking on the East River and if you live in Paris, you walk on the
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées?
Champs-Élysées, yes.
Chez or Champs?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was... And
what does that mean? I'm sorry.
I have no idea. You never thought about it.
What's Élysée mean?
A straight line. So it's a street. I'm sure you've seen it, and there's a lot of movies.
I see where they have the little they have a boat or something that goes in all those little overpasses.
No, that's not the Champs-Élysées.
Oh, okay.
Champs-Élysées is where you have the Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe.
The Arc de Triomphe, and then there's a street that goes straight ahead all the way down to almost Les Tuileries. Where is the Museum of Tuileries?
I'm just shaking my head. I don't know where. I've never been to Paris. It's on my bucket list. So
we'll go together. What about that?
That sounds great.
That would be great. So then I can show you around.
That would be wonderful. And then you could be my, teach me how to say, where's the bathroom at?
Okay. So I was there and I had a peach on the street. Just a peach. I bought this peach. They had like selling a few peaches and I was like, let me buy some peach. I want to buy. And I picked those up and I had this peach. And when I ate this peach, it drained all over me. It was on my neck. And
she's ladies and gentlemen, she's moving her hands across her face and making the symbol of fruit juice dripping down her body. So model-esque of a thing to do. I'm sorry, continue.
But it was like the most amazing peach I've ever had in my life. And I was like, oh my God.
Question: were you high at the time? Because
no, I was not.
Were you high on weed?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Never done any of that at that time.
Okay.
I can't speak for now, but then I didn't do any of that stuff.
Copy that.
And I bought a few of them, and I went home, and I was living Rue des Champs-Élysées in Gentilly, which was the outskirts of Paris. And I was boarding with some Mexican girls, and I brought all these fruits, and I said to them, "You guys have to try this." And they're like, "It's a peach." I was like, no, you must try this peach. And I gave them the peach, and they're like, "Oh, okay, it's a peach." I was like, "No, we don't have that in America." And I was like, oh my God.
French peaches, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Really?
It was so sweet. It was sticky.
Do they call it stone fruit?
No, yeah, they do, guys. Stone fruit.
That's what I heard peaches are called. Stone fruit.
That's what they are called. But listen, it was like sticky,
right,
and delicious and sexy, and oh my God, I wanted more.
It sounds sexy you saying it. I've never heard a peach described like that before. I mean, I've heard the people say, "Oh, she's got a shape like a peach," or like a booty like a peach.
Oh, okay.
But,
I was like, a shape like a peach.
No, not shape. No. You meant the butt.
If you tell me that, I'll smack you in the face.
I would deserve it if that's what you thought. But it would be like, I'm cross-eyed. Like, hey, look, she looks like a peach.
No, but and then I started going out and have dinners, and because I had events, and I was like, oh my goodness, I want to learn how to do this, and I want to learn how to do this. And I decided to go to the Cordon Bleu. I signed up for school.
What's the school called?
Cordon Bleu.
So is it just Cordon Bleu school? Yeah. How do you say it in French?
Cordon Bleu, c'est ça. The word Cordon Bleu is a French word.
I gathered that much.
French card, French ribbon. Blue ribbon, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So the Blue Ribbon School?
Yes. No,
I'm such an American. Is that the Blue Ribbon School?
No. It's the Cordon Bleu. And I went there, and I signed up, and I put myself through school. Yeah. But I never thought that I would be a chef, in spite of it all. Even though I went to one of the best schools in the world, I never wanted to be a chef. I just wanted to learn to cook all these different food I kept tasting.
Wow.
And after pursuing my career and realizing that the French wasn't going to give with me, because when I went to different auditions, they would tell me, we already have somebody like you. And I was like, well, what's that mean? And they'd be like, we already have a black girl. I was like, well, is she my twin sister? Because I don't understand how two black girls being the same thing. And I went around and tried to hunt and look about getting a contract, looking about different stuff. I worked that's where I started traveling. I'd go into different places, and I got little jobs here and there. So it was far from being a supermodel, far, minuscule, but I was able to expose myself to a lot.
Right. And
lots of people and the food and the stuff. And that brought me into a different career, just
That's
traveling
awesome.
to Paris. And, a career from not eating to eating, right?
And you still look like a supermodel to me.
Thank you. So models tend to not to eat.
Right.
And now I started teaching these classes, and started taking these classes. And my instructors weren't crazy about me, because when I walked into my classes, sometimes I would be all dolled up because I had an audition or I had a casting, and I'm wearing makeup and my hair is all doed up, and it was like, you can't be coming to a fucking culinary school like this. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, it's a disaster. And the chef was like, oh, mais putain, mais c'est pas possible. Mais elle vient ici maintenant.
Was that mean in English? Because
he said, fuck, this woman don't want to be a fucking chef. She's wasting my time.
Okay.
And I really didn't want to be a chef.
Gotcha.
Until a few years later, I did a lot of events, and not events, like I had friends over all the time. I wanted to have friends over, and we did sushi, and we did all these different classes. And the idea for me was more, I liked the idea that food brought my friends together, my family together. Everybody had the same, common ground when it came to food.
Right.
Everybody could relate.
Yeah, I love that.
And the fact that my food connected people, and people said to me, well, why are you doing all this amazing food and you're not working in a restaurant? I was like, I don't ever want to be a chef. I thought I would get Mr. Wonderful, a beautiful, handsome husband, that I would stay home and I'll cook and I'll host all of his parties. But that didn't work out.
Okay.
That didn't work out. and I started doing culinary.
We'll keep that on the vision board for now.
Oh, we will. It's on my vision board, as you can see. I started cooking